Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Well, I couldn't let today pass. I couldn't let today pass because of how important it is today. How are you guys doing first of all? I hope you guys are doing amazing, 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 amazing. Today is an awesome day. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to get on because we're going to talk about a few things. And you guys know what I like to talk about most? Home ownership. Home ownership. Well, how are you guys doing? How did your year start off? I hope it started off on a high note. I hope it did. I hope it did. I hope it did. And if it didn't, remember, it's not really how it starts, you know. No. Remember that. Remember. It's not usually how it starts. Because what you're going to do to bring it down to the end and to close it off is how it's going to end, right? So we're going to make some preparations. I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes to get on here. It's hot, guys. It's hot. Yeah, yes, and I'm going to do the fan for right now. But how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I know I haven't been on as often as I would like to because there's so much that's going on. And it's to tell you guys everything. We just have to wait and roll it out. So it's like a wait and see. For those of you that are looking at this video for the very first time, I'm your favorite Dr. K, your CEO from Fabulous Homes International. We're on a mission to make home ownership a possibility for the masses. We've been doing that for the last 10 years. So it's no longer a wait and see. It's no longer, well, let me see how this works. No. We've helped over 1,000 of you so far. And we're on a mission to help over 5,000 of you get to your own home. We want to help you get to that point where you could ditch your landlord for good. We want to help you get to that point where you could turn the key at your very own door. We want to help you get to that point where you could actually change the color paint of, in your house. And you don't have to ask for permission, right? Yes. And today being such an important day, I want to just jump in here and be devil's advocate for a little bit and ask you, on this 21st day of this 21st year, in this 21st century, are you guys remaining committed to your commitment to home ownership? I know a lot of you started, and I know last year was rough. Oh my God. Well, let's look at the glass half full. Let's look at the glass half full. Yes, I know last year was a difficult year, and a lot of you's like, oh my God, I can't just wait to just get through this year. And a lot of you did, because look at you. You guys are alive, you're healthy, you have strength. And once you have health and you got strength, guys, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So this year, 2021, is going to be such a big year that you just cannot miss this train, because this is the last year of Project 5000. Yes, this is the very last year of Project 5000, because remember, that project was supposed to end at the end of 2020. But nobody predicted what was going to happen with this pandemic and the whole nine, right? No, we didn't see that one coming. Not for miles and miles and miles away. No, we didn't see that one coming. So this project is going to continue on until December of 2021, December 30th of 2021. So those of you that are thinking about home ownership, that have gotten on the train and then fell off the train and then get back on the train, you know yourselves, being recalled no names. But for those of you that are seriously thinking about home ownership and changing your title from tenant to homeowner, well, that is going to be our motto forever. We're going to forever work towards getting you guys to change your title from tenant to homeowner. We're going to forever get you to the point where you understand how important home ownership is. We're going to forever keep, I'm like that nya in your ears, but the good nya in your ears, because I'm going to make sure those of you that committed to the path, that are committed to that journey to get there, you are going to get there. Believe that you're going to get there. One that it has been a whole damn, guys. And if what we have done haven't taught you something, maybe you need another lesson, maybe, but I doubt it. Ask all of the individuals that have gotten to their homes. Sometimes it could have been slower than they wanted to, but they got there. You know what I'm saying? Do not get hard on yourself and get to that point it's like, oh my God, this stuff is going to take real long. Honey, 7 years beats 30 years, hun. Okay? Interest free for you to get to your home. So I'm not getting to that point where we want to tell you what to do. It's just a scenario where you have 5 programs. For those of you that are not familiar yet with what Fabulous Homes does, we have provided probably the world's first interest-free homeownership platform. Yes, let me repeat that. The world's first interest-free homeownership platform, period. We have made homeownership simple. We have simplified this big, complicated process where people like, oh my God, you know, I don't want to go and get no house because if I go, it's just a whole bunch of paperwork I got to carry, and then they can lose my stuff in the bank, and then I have to go back, and there's a possibility that I'm not going to get through, and so on and so forth. We still will tell you, just go. Don't go on somebody else's experience. Still go and have your own experience for yourself and see if you will qualify for a loan at the bank. However, if for peradventure you can't, then come and join the homeownership program at Fabulous Homes. Because what we have done, we have shown you how to get there, bit by bit, month by month. You are committing to a process to get to your home. And look how many of you have done it. And you know, the common thing that I hear all the time is like, Dr. K, I don't know how I did this, you know. I don't know how I did this. I don't even know how I did this. Guess what? You did it. You just believed first that you could have done it, and then you decided to do it, right? By saying, hey, I might have to cut back on a couple of things, right? Because that's what we do. We show you probably some of these things that you probably need to not do like you've been doing, throw away all that money. Because when we ask you, we say, hey, if you could get to a point where you could set aside $40,000 to $50,000 every month, that's it. You're setting aside $40,000 to $50,000 every month. And a lot of people think it's like a magic. It's not a magic, because the programs that we do offer gives you an opportunity to be in things that you're familiar with, like the layaway. We have a layaway program. It's very popular here at Fabulous Homes. Pretty much everybody that you've seen that have gotten to their home have gotten there on layaway, right? However, there's another level to the layaway program. The layaway program, based on your consistency, because we monitor everything. We're very, very nice and but we monitor everything. We monitor everything that you guys do. So guess what? Based on your consistency, we can now move you into what you're familiar with. A lot of you grew up on the box. Yes, the same box sign that you guys grew up on from since you was a child. Yes, and your mother saved that money to send you to college. She saved that money to like add an extension in the house. Or she saved that money to do all numbers, and maybe y'all took a vacation. Whatever you guys did, but you guys saved that money consistently, right? Guess what? The box, because of your consistency, we're able to group you with other like-minded people, and together you guys build each other's houses. But it's not what you think. Our program has another little component to it that makes this program seems like magic. So the best thing that you guys could do is come see us and ask us how we can help you get to your very own home, right? And I know before I come to Guyana, nobody was talking about homeownership. Yeah, they talk about it from time to time, but it never really got to the point where I'm preaching this every single week. I want to help you get to your house. I want to help you get to your home. I want to help you get to your home. And yes, we are not building a dolly house. We ain't building no elevated dog pen either. Okay, we ain't doing that. We're going to give you one of those beautiful houses. Check down our page. Those beautiful houses that you guys see, right? It's not a 4-window and a door. It's like we took what we do, because we are Fabulous Homes. We're a luxury company. We like opulence. We like sophistication. We like big, huge mansions. We like, 10, 20, 30,000 square foot houses, right? However, what we did here in Guyana, because of the income levels, because we want to make it accessible to literally the 98%, we have created what you guys know as a luxury on a budget. So we're giving you a gorgeous house. Yes, we're giving you a gorgeous house, because for the life of people, it's like whenever they come up to see the community and to see the houses, it's like, oh my God, y'all are giving away the houses. No, we just want to make sure that you like where you live. How many of y'all, right? Be honest, be honest. How many of y'all have gone to a house that y'all buy for how much millions? Y'all could probably spend 28, 32, 45 million and then fancy money, right? And you spend all that money, and when you get there, like, you just kick yourself. It's just like, you know, every time you walk through the door, you just want to kick something, right? You have done that, because guess what? A lot of you have spent that kind of money on probably resale real estate, because remember, we are a real estate firm, and you hate the house. You absolutely hate the property. So what we said, we don't want you to have that kind of experience. We want you to actually get to a point where you can build the house that you want to live in, based, of course, on the budget that you can afford, right? Because we don't want nobody hanging their hat where their hand can't reach it. No, 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 no. We don't want you to hang your hat where your hand can't reach it, because you're going to set yourself up for some problems later, and we don't want the problems. So we are going to make sure that you buy or you build what you can afford. And that has been a phenomenal journey, because now you had a say in how your house was going to be built. You had to say, well, you know, if you qualify for a 2-bedroom, you got a nice 2-bedroom house with a nice big bathroom, or you have a tub, or you have all these. Y'all know our houses, we a little extra. We very extra. So you guys, I know a lot of people are starting to move into their homes now, so we wouldn't be able to give you all of the tours inside of Avalon, but the videos are on the page. We have done tons of videos for you guys to see the process as we were going through the process. You know, after the customers started moving, we can't infringe on their privacy now. You know that, right? Good. So be respectful if you guys go up to Avalon, because remember, as they're moving in, we can't have you guys barging through their homes and stuff. We can't do that. But guys, the homes are lovely. So guess what? You get to love where you live. And Avalon is not just Avalon, like we just building a housing scheme. No, Avalon is actually the city of Avalon. That's what we're building. And yes, it's not gonna be overnight either. We have slated this development for 2020 to 2030, and that's what we're working on, to make it come to life. And I promise y'all, it's gonna be one of the best places to live in Guyana, period, bar none. Because what we have planned for there, I need you guys to go to the platform. I'm gonna put it at the end of this live, www.thecityofAvalonGY.com. I want you guys to go look it up and see all the fantastic, phenomenal things that we have planned for the community that is coming up. It's going to be beautiful. I will be living there. So you know how many of those developers, right? They build the houses, but they don't live in the community. So the community goes from this standard to this standard because it's not maintained, because they don't live there. No. We're going to be living there. So we're going to make sure that the community is up to par with where we would want to live. Because that's basically what we're doing. We're creating where we want to live. And we would love to have you as a neighbor. A lot of you are already in the program, so that's awesome. And there's some awesome sauce people that are already in there. There are many doctors, many lawyers there. There are some amazing folks that I've met that I never really, you know, like honed in on to say, oh, so I wonder what you guys do. And I did that recently. So I know who's going to be there. So it's going to be awesome. Yes, it's going to be gated. It's going to be gated. So if you don't belong there, you will not be going in there either, right? It's not going to be gated right now, but it's going to be gated as soon as we're done with the first 250 homes. And we're working towards that this year. Yes. So, exciting times are ahead, guys. Exciting times are ahead. So for those of you that have your own land, remember, we could build on your land wherever you own land. Once we don't have to float some material down the river, of course the price is not going to be the same, but we could still assist you, right? For those in the riverine areas. But for the rest of you that are outside, that have land wherever you own land, we could definitely build on those land where you have land. So the program is not just limited to where we're building this, you know, Avalon. We're also building wherever you guys own land. Same thing. As a matter of fact, we don't want to brag or anything. No, we don't. But you could actually drive around the neighborhood and pick out which houses are Fabulous Homes houses. You sure can. You sure can. So I'm gonna let y'all do that, right? Over the next few days. Y'all will be able to pick out the houses that we build. You guys will be able to do that, right? So it's gonna be amazing. But I want you guys on this day, right? On this day, I'm not a big numbers person or anything, but I just found it like, what a coincidence. It's the 21st day in the 21st year, and the 21st century. Make a commitment to yourself, guys. Make a commitment today to yourself that you're gonna get to your own home. That you're gonna get to your own home. That you're gonna get to your own home, and you're gonna take the steps that's necessary for you to guys to get to your own home. You are gonna get to your own home. Home ownership is possible. Home ownership is necessary. Home ownership is just one of those things that must be part of your life. Some of you may have your first home already. That's great. So we want to admonish you to get your next home, right? That next home can be an investment property. And you guys know when I go off on tangent on that one, because I know how important it is, right? If you got your first home already, it's like, oh my God, I already paid how much money, millions, and I've been, paid off my home finally the bank. I don't want to go through that again. Then come see us, because our programs are only 7 to 10 years, guys. And you could pick up another property from $8 million. Of course, the prices are going up, or $10 million. And then you could use that as your income generating property. Okay. That's the one that you're going to make the money off of, right? And then you're going to pay off for that one, because you will do it like that. If you've paid off another house already, you'll see how simple it is for you to pay off for this one. And guess what? That one, the resale value on one of our $10 million is $18 million. So just look at that. You just gained $8 million in equity in 7 years. Ask yourself, where can you go put down 10 million and make an additional 8 million in 7 years? Just ask yourself that. Legitimately. Let me just stick that in there. Legitimately, right? So ask yourself, if you can't do that with anything else but real estate, how about you just pick up a couple of these, we call them income generators, but it might not be the big ones. It could be the smaller ones. And then you continuously, for those of you that are in a position to flip the properties, you can do the same, because there are customers that are in the program that, who knows, you might have access to sell them the property back to. You see what I'm saying? So you can never lose when it comes to real estate, and what we're doing here in the market is so much bigger than, oh, let's get you the house. The house you're going to get there. Definitely. That's no doubt. We can guarantee that. And that's, there's no company out there that can actually say that they could guarantee that you'll get to your house. Guess what? Because it's not the companies that are doing it. It is you who is doing it. You are the one who is making the decision to get to your home. You are. You're making a commitment to you. You're not making a commitment to me or to Fabulous Homes. You're making a commitment to yourself. And as a result of making a commitment to yourself to get to your house, guess what? You will get there. You will get there. So we could throw out the guarantee all the time, because we know that at the end of the day, you are the person that is going to guarantee that you get to your house. We're just facilitating the process. That's it. We take the headache out of, oh my God, I got to build this. I got to look for material. I have to do that. I have to find an architect. I have to do all this stuff. No. You don't have to do none of that. We do everything for you. Okay? Sometimes the process might be a little slower, but that's okay. At the end of the day, at least you will be in your very own house. You will. You will. And that's all we've been telling you guys all these years. In spite of what you've heard, what you have seen as opposed to what you've heard is that we deliver on our promises. We do. All right? That's why I could always come on here. We always, we try our best to respond to you guys the best way we can. But our goal is to get you to your home hassle-free, right? So, guys, for those of you that are thinking about home ownership on this powerful, powerful day, I want you guys to make a commitment to yourself to get to your very own home. And you will not stop at anything until you get to your very own home. Whether it will be us building on your land, wherever you own land here in Guyana, so you got a piece of land from the Ministry of Housing, you want to build your house, whether it be building on your land, wherever you have land, or for those of you that have been trying and haven't been able to get through with a piece of land, then come see us. We will help you out. If, you know, we will definitely help you. There's no if, sorry. We'll definitely help you out. So just come see us. Come see us, and let's see how one of these programs, if you're going to either do the layaway program, or you're going to do the box hand program, or you're going to do the option program. That program, you know, many of you start with a lump sum, and then you get to choose what your monthly payment is going to be like. How cool is that? Who gives you that opportunity ever? No one. What do we do, right? You choose what you're going to pay monthly. You start with a lump sum payment, and you choose what you want to pay monthly until you get to the percentage where we can start building for you, right? Or you could do that 4 increment program. There's some people that are not fans of monthly payments. You know what I mean? Oh my God, it's just too long. We understand. You guys could just make 4 payments of 25%, and your house will be built in about 6 to 8 months. Unless it's a mansion, so it will take a little longer than that. But guys, let me just tell y'all, the goal is to get you to your home the best way we know how. All right, and we're not gonna stop until you understand. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, like, oh, there she go again talking about home ownership. I want you to understand how important it is. And even if you're getting your first house for the very first time at 50, that's okay, guys. That's okay. At least you got it, right? Then you could go on to get the next house and the next house. Yes, go on to get the next house and the next that you're going to use as investment property, as cash flow property. Just take, for example, let me just show this in before I close, right? So you got a house. You paid off for the first one. You got a one, that cute $8 million house, right? You got everything in there. So you decide to like furnish it, right? Then you say, hey, I'm going to throw in some internet in there. I'm going to give my customers exactly what they want. And I'm going to rent this property out for $100,000 a month, right? Mind you, Avalon is still developing, but I want you to think that way, because guess what? There's going to come a time when you won't find anything available in Avalon, period, right? Because you're buying a property at $8 million currently that is worth $14 million, right? So literally at the time of purchase and at the time of moving, you just got yourself that's $6 million in equity that you just made off of a property that you just bought. Ask yourself, where else in Guyana, or forget the Guyana, the Caribbean, does that happen right now? So you just bought the $8 million property that is now worth $14 million at move-in, right? So, real estate doesn't depreciate. It continues to appreciate every single year. So just say you were able to pay off your home in 5 years. All right? And just say the property, your house went up by, say, $1 million every year. Right? So that's 14 and 5, that's $19 million that your house is now worth. And guess what? Just say you were renting it out for $100,000 a month. This is stuff that people don't tell y'all for free, right? Now, when you rent that property out for $100,000 a month, at the end of 1 year, you would have made $1.2 million. Mind you, you've already paid for your house cash. So you don't have a loan. So you got to the house that was $8 million that you paid cash for, right? And then you at move in, this is not 5 years later, this is at move in, the property is worth $14 million. Okay? So that's $6 million that you just made just like that legally, right? And then on top of that, you kept it for 5 years and you rented out every month for 100,000 Guyana dollars. What exactly your numbers you're looking at? You just made $19 million in, that's close to about 5 years, right? On the same property that you bought for $8 million. And then you rented it out at $100,000. That's 1.2. Multiply 1.2 times 5 years. Right? you an extra 6 million, actually 7, and some change. So now you have a property that you bought for next to nothing money, because literally that's it until we change these prices again. You bought a property for next to nothing money. You got equity, immediate equity at the time of moving, right? So you got that 6. You held the property for 5 years, made you an extra 6 or 5 million, 19 million, and then you rented it out as a cash flow property, right? Okay, at $100,000 a month, because remember, you're renting out a 2-story house in a yard by itself. So y'all don't go overboard or go crazy with me. You rented out a 2-story house, 2-bedroom, 1 bath in a yard by itself, fully furnished. So you could afford to charge $100,000 if you chose to. Okay, yeah. So now you have made an additional 6 million and change. That's $25 million that you made off of one property. What can you do with that 25 million? Okay. Well, my real estate student class will tell you, well, hey, I'll go invest in another property. I'm going to invest in 2 more properties. Do you see how you now start to build the cycle, or you build the empires and stuff? That's it, right? Of course, it's a little bit more in depth and in detail, but you get it, right? You get it. It's right there on the surface. Hey, I bought one property, and as a result of buying one property and using it as a cash flow property, I can now turn around and use this property to get me 2 more. And then now I'm going to go and use those as cash flowing property, right? And I'm going to rent those out in $100,000 again. I'm going to do the same thing, furnish it, and I'm going to soup it up, right? So it's really appealing to everybody. And now you got 2 properties, 2 additional properties that is bringing you an additional 1.2 per year. And all you got to do is just hold it for 5 years. And you're a little multi-millionaire in the making. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that hard. I'm getting hoarse now. People don't understand why I'm so passionate about this, because I know what you can do with one property, right? I know what you could do with one property. So just imagine if you had 2, you know? Just imagine if you had 3, you know? And God forbid, today, tomorrow, you was to transition, leave this, you know, despair, or you know, just pass on. Yeah. Guess what? You have assets that you could pass on to your next generation. And God forbid they were to start fighting over it. Guess what? If you got kids, they could always sell maybe one of them and split the profits between the 2 parties, or 3 or 4, I don't know. But at least they have something that they can actually hold on to that is not debt. Okay? So, yes, I'm passionate about telling my fellow Guyanese what it is that you guys need to do to get to your own home. Is not hard. I know it seemed difficult and complicated, and that's how the world makes it seem, because nobody's trying to give you information as to how you can rise. Nobody's trying to do that. I don't have any competition because I compete with myself. I want to teach you. I want to share this information with you. I want you to rise. I want you to do so much. I want you to get 3, 4, 40 houses. I want you to do all that stuff. All right? It's a good feeling. It's a great feeling to have, right? So get down to Fabulous Homes. Yes. I know I don't get to see you guys as often as I would like to, but get down to Fabulous Homes and start your journey to home ownership tomorrow. Okay? Whether you're starting your first home or you're starting your next home, get down to Fabulous Homes. We're right on Church Street, 189 Church Street, on the corner of Church and Waterloo Street. That's a 4-story building right on the corner. You can't miss us. Walking downstairs and say, here, I come to start my home ownership journey. Or for some of you, I came to continue my home ownership journey. Or I came to start, you know, payment on my next house. Because that's going to be my cash flow property. And that is how I'm going to change my life forever. Make that commitment today. 21, 21, 21. Make that commitment today. And you're not making it to me. You're not making the Fabulous Homes. I want you to make it to yourself. Commit to you. Make that commitment to you to get to your house. Yes, and we're gonna change this whole generation of, tenants, we changing all of that. So I want you guys to do that tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow or the next day. Sorry, the next business day, Monday. All right, go down to Fabulous Homes, get started, or go online to our website, www.fabuloushomeinternationalguyana.com. Or for those people that like type all that stuff, is www.fhigy.com. Go and look over the programs, look over the house, go look at some videos, all that good stuff. www.fhigy.com. Get excited about home ownership. That was my whole goal. And I hope that, even if I was to transition out of this place tonight, at least I know that I left a legacy that you guys will understand the importance of home ownership. Will understand how necessary it is to not just start your journey, but just to own a property, right? And use that one property to build all the others that you're going to build. And if you don't have the land outside somewhere, then come see us. So you could build right in our development, the city of Avalon. Guys, I hate to get so serious and stuff because I'm not so serious. But yeah, I look forward to seeing all of you sometime this year. Definitely I'll see a lot of you this year. But I can't wait to have our home ownership seminars again, our financial literacy seminars. I really hate that we can't gather, and I teach this information for free. I might change that, but I give this information for free to many of you guys, as you know. So if per adventure we can't get to meet and gather and do all that fun stuff that we like doing, then we'll probably have to do this. But I hate this virtual stuff, to teach classes and so on. I really despise it. So we will do it in person. We'll do it in person. If you need to call us, call 592-227-1380. That's our office line, and we're open from 9 a.m. until 4. I look forward to seeing you guys this year, 2021. Make a commitment to yourself to get to your very own home, and one day you can get to ditch your landlord. One day you will turn the keys at your own door. One day you will change the paint color in your house without having to ask permission. And most of all, one day you will be able to use your property as a cash flow property that is going to get you to start your small little real estate empire. Yes, you're going to start your small, who knows, it might be a small one, who knows, it might be a big empire, I don't know, I'm just excited. So, well, my lovely internet. So until I see you guys, which I hope is awesomely soon, I will put the links here on this live when we're done so that you could get that information that you need. Good night, all of you guys. Yeah, we're clearing the land in phases. Shondell, 100,000 for rent. That's if you wanted to take the house and rent it out. All right, later on, we don't tell you what to do, we just share advice as to what you can do. All right, so until I see you guys, which I hope is soon, bye y'all from beautiful GT.